I'm Aiman, and welcome back to one of my auto repair videos. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to compress the spring on your strut assembly using a coil spring compressor. So to do this, you'll need a coil spring compressor kit. In our case, we have a Billy Tools compressor kit. We also have this no-name one that's used for more heavier duty vehicles. But before we get started, you want to make sure that you have your strut assembly clamped. I've seen some people do it on the ground, but it's much safer to do it like this. Alright, so we're going to wrap this cloth or towel around the base of the spring, of the strut. Now, if you don't care about the strut, you don't need to do this, if you're replacing it, for example. But in my case, my dad does care about the strut, so we're going to wrap it. And there's also a little notch right here that we're going to just put between the jaws so that it fits nicely and secures it in place. Okay, so we're good. So if we're going to disassemble this assembly, before you put on the coil spring compressors, we want to loosen the rubber boot around so that we are able to take it out later. We won't be able to do it after the compressors are on. It's going to be kind of hard to reach. So you just want to take it out just like that and leave it like that. So we're doing this as part of trying to remove this fastener on top here. Because the strut rotates freely, in order to take this out, we need to make sure that we clamp onto the strut while we loosen this fastener, which we're actually going to do right now by compressing this rubber boot as much as we can, placing this cloth around it, and then taking our vice grip, and then fastening it around. I've seen some people, they'll actually loosen this with the power tools before they take off the spring, which it's very dangerous. I don't recommend doing it. Okay, so now that we have, and actually we're going to angle this vice grip so that it's not going to obstruct the position of the other three compressors. So we're probably going to put our compressors right here where it's not going to get obstructed here, somewhere here, and somewhere here. We're not going to put the compressors here because they're going to get blocked at the bottom, and you'll see that when we actually put the compressors on. Alright, and now we're going to reach for our coil spring compressors. So my dad's used this quite a lot of times, and he's never let me use this until now. Now that I'm 21, he feels that it's the right time for me to learn how to use this very dangerous tool. In fact, he calls this a widow maker, because if you don't use this properly, you'll die. So it's a tool that literally all you do is you fix it around the spring in a position probably where you can get the most squeeze out of it, and also where when you tighten it fully, it won't contact with something that's blocking it. So that's why I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure there's clearance for it. But basically you lock the side that's closest to the place where you put your tool. You lock it around, you screw it in. So you can use either a ratchet wrench or a regular wrench or spanner, and then just tighten it. Dang. What the? Alright, and now we just want to set this part right here. So actually, this part right here, we're going to hold it straight while we turn this part. And as we turn this part, it's a lead screw mechanism. It's going to go up. And so I'm going to take my Milwaukee. Now, I know that they recommend not to use power tools with it, but this is just to speed up the demonstration. We're going to do it safely. If you hold this in place while you rotate the screw, and you tighten it, you can see that it moves up. So what we're going to want to do is again reposition it, and then place this below your spring, as close to the possible as to the bottom as you can get it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tighten it, All right, and now that's here, we can lock it in place. Oh, looks like it's actually a number 10. Make sure that when you lock it in place, it's solidly around the spring. We're gonna do that again, all the way around. So one here, and one here, equally spaced. And you don't want to tighten just one of them before you tighten all the other 3. You want to do it gradually. Do a bit here, do a bit here, do a bit here, because otherwise then it'll be uneven compression, and that's gonna be dangerous. Okay, so just to clarify, these are 10mm bolts. This is a 1/2 inch input socket, so you can use it with 1/2 inch socket wrench, or if you have a 3/8 inch wrench like this Milwaukee is, you can use an adapter. But again, I'm going to reposition it so it's over this gap, and then get my other 2 and then put them in the proper positions. Okay. Let's tighten it around. And I guess it's worth mentioning, just make sure that this is all the way at the top. It kind of goes without saying. Okay. Again, making sure that it's not above anything it'll collide with at the bottom. Alrighty. So now, I'm just going to tighten it. It's kind of a difficult fit here, down here, so I'm going to do it to the next level. Okay, and then I'll tighten that. Oh, there we go. And then lastly, this one over here. And I think we can get this one under here. I might have to loosen it a tiny bit. There we go. But I have to position it properly because I can't really do it, because if I do it here, this is not going to get far enough for it to get into this little valley. So I have to do it more closer to here, but I don't want to do it too far that it collides with this. So this is about an okay spot. Yeah, and you can see why I need to reposition it, because as I tighten it, it angles again. Okay. Okay. All right, and now I'll tighten that. Okay, let's just pull on these to make sure that they don't come loose. All right, and now the procedure is to equally compress the spring all around, slowly, incrementally, until it's compressed. All right, let's give it a try. So I'm gonna go very slow on this and go all around. Remember, you want it to be as even as possible. And as you're doing this, try not to put your head anywhere above it, just to be even more safe. All right, so I need a bit more torque. I can already see it's about to collide with the clamp, but hopefully it gets compressed enough before we get to that point. The reason I'm doing this one a bit more is because it's the one that's closest to the bottom of the spring. So it's gonna need more, you're gonna need to pull it more than the other ones. Okay, so the goal is to get it so that we can move this top mount. We can rotate it freely. And before this, it wasn't able to rotate freely. I'm sorry I didn't demonstrate it, but this one, you can see it's able to rotate a lot more freely. So I'm going to compress it a little bit more, and we'll be done. Okay, so we're about to take it out. So you want to make sure that your spring is marked so that when we return everything to the right place, so when we put it back on, everything's returned to the right place. Now, don't worry if your spring's not, like, you don't have to worry about compressing your spring too much, because we actually only need to compress it a little bit in order to take out this top part. And actually, we will compress it more when we put it back on. So just enough to take out this top part so that, and make it rotate freely, is enough. So what we're going to do now is remove this top part by unscrewing this fastener. So after we unscrew this fastener, we'll be able to take out the top mount, and then we'll take out the entire spring. And when you take out the entire spring, it's going to come with the compressors attached. You want to put it down. Make sure you're not putting your head over it as you're taking it out, and then put it down somewhere safe, or somewhere where if it does if it does extend, it won't extend towards you. Like, it'll go like that. Anyway, we're going to remove this now. So this is a number 17. It's a 17 millimeter bolt. We're going to put our clamp on the bottom. This vice grip. This is why I mentioned earlier about it being a bit more difficult to do if you have the compressors on, but it's not impossible. All right, so now we'll push the vice grip here so that when it does rotate, it's already going to be against the compressor and stop from moving. So now we're going to take out this top fastener. It's a 17 millimeter again. And there we go. So you saw as we loosened it, this top mount came a bit up. So it'll illustrate that when we do put it back, we will need to compress the spring a little more, as I said earlier. So again, make sure all your parts are marked, because that's how we're going to need to put the spring back. There's still mosquitoes nowadays. Anyway, let's take this out. Wow. And is this the bearing that we saw earlier? Wow. It's very messed up. So it's a good thing that we're replacing this. Anyway, we're gonna put this off to the side. Dang. That is crazy. So I thought this was a ball bearing. It seems like it's just a it just slides on it. Interesting. Alright, scariest day of my life. We're going to take this out. To pull it out, we're literally just going to carry it out. But before we do that, we're going to loosen the vice grip and take out this towel. And actually, before we take out the spring, we're going to take out this rubber boot. So this one is just going to turn off. It's going to rotate out and unhook from the spring. Right here you can see where the spring goes in. And if we rotate it, it'll come out right here. All right, we'll set it down gently. And there we go. And you can see how deathly afraid I was to deal with it. That's basically how deathly afraid you should be too, because this can kill you. The spring is the widowmaker here. All right, and so that's going to be it for how to use the coil spring compressors. Now we have access to the strut, so you can do whatever you want with it. I covered this more in my other videos, so go check those out if you want. And I'm sorry if this video is longer. This is actually a smaller part of those other videos, so I don't know how it gets edited. But that's going to be it. Today I showed you how to use a coil spring compressor. In our case, we used a Billy Tools compressor kit. It might not be what you have, but they're pretty much the same. And if you want to get the Billy Tools or a similar one, we'll link it down in the description below if you want to buy them. But that's going to be it. So I'm Aiman. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the videos on how to do... in our case, we did this so that we could replace the bearing right here, this broken bearing. Some other people might want to do it if they want to replace the strut. This is not a genuine strut, but this is a KYB strut. It's stronger than the original one, so that's why might be why you want to do it. Or you might want to replace it with a shorter spring. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. I'm Aiman, and signing out. Peace.